Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of personalizing this house. Last episode we worked on the roof design, and today we'll be focusing on the walls and trimming. Without further ado, let's get on with it. I'm not a big fan of like the diorite exactly with this build because it's like going to almost very little pattern to like huge pattern. And personally, in my own life, I don't like the big patterns so much. I like to go for the teenier print because it just makes it look a lot smaller and cuter and all that stuff. So I think we're going to replace all this, and this is white concrete powder, so we're going to take all this out. That is not going in there. I'm going to work with this. Let's see. White concrete powder, so we're going to make us another palette here. My palettes are gonna like sprawl out. Let me show you what I have over here. Like I have for my train I'm figuring out. I have different palettes all over the place. Like my blue palette is like almost one big cube. And then my purples go in a line, and then I also have off the side. And then I have things in this what is this? Glazed terracotta in a circle so I can see the patterns and stuff. And then I have random things all over just to see how they work out, which gives me like an idea for shading and things like what I want to do. So I'm not really worried about making it a big line, but I do need to remember which ones I did put down. I'm going to use this for shadow, and that's going to be my brightest point, which I don't think I'll use. I think I may use more of this kind, possibly. That's 4 blocks. Let's see how this works. So shadow would be like, whoops, like right there. And if we did say that point was the sun, then we would do this. Whoops. And then we would do like so. Yep. And then that works, I feel like. Ooh, that looks a lot better now. Yes. Because I love the diagonal to like really pull in that sense of shading that the sun does when it doesn't hit. So we're going to go with that, and then we're going to strip out this whole wall here. Gonna pull it down a little like that there, and then now we're just going to drape it like a big blanket kind of. Ooh, that looks, for this size, I think that looks really good. Going to brick that. Because that wall, or like that's the wall there on the sides are having shade, I think I may put this in the shade a little bit, but mainly the top. There we go. And then shade obviously would be under here, make it darker. We'll just switch them all out for these pale logs, and we'll see how that goes. That's changing the first wall. I think it looks really well. I do think it's a little bit of a harsh line. I don't exactly like this there. Okay. Now, obviously this is going to be my shade, so we're just gonna go put this in. So I switched out a couple blocks. I added the bone block, got rid of the sandstone because I mean, like, we didn't even use that thing once. And I didn't even use that, I don't know why that's there. I added some pale oak shelves because I already did the back, since, I mean, it's basically the same process. But see how we have the bones there? I added some bone blocks there, which I think adds to the dimension. I also just wrapped it there too. And here's the back. Here's where I put the pale oak shelf to just bring this wall out because it's very flat. I'm really proud of this part up here because I did put the shading, and then I put in the semi-shade, and then I put in some highlight stuff that is crooked, and it's just looking so much better. And I also continued this border trim thing all along. So all we have left to do are these two corners right here. And I think that should be about it besides the bottom. So yeah, we've gotten some progress done. Now to take all this stuff out. That's really good. This tower needs changing, so I'd say that's maybe about it we can do for that. And to finish it off, we'll just do this one really quick. There we go. And to match this, we are going to just take all that out for now. Oh, I did that completely in the wrong spot. Of course. Let's get a door. That'll do, I think. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not bad. I like that, actually. Do I want to make this go? We could do this. I'm not positive, though. But it would pull out the sides. Do I like this, or do I want to keep it like that? Ooh, that looks awful now. I think we'll continue with this until I decide or figure out whatever may look better, because I don't like a flat wall. There we go. I think that just hides it all really well, blends everything up together. I am really impressed with this, how it turned out. There we go. Just that little bit extra dimension. Well, I think that about does it for today. And thanks for joining me. This has been a interesting experience. I really think I've improved with my building capabilities. Just like, yes, I did switch out a whole bunch of blocks. That's basically what we did today. But I mean, going from like a basic dirt box house to just using wood and like your regular oak and cobble, I think I have upgraded immensely, even not just with this, but like I finally figured out how to use a color palette, and I think it worked out really well. But this is like a great exercise if you want to get better at building, to practice, like replicate houses and house designs and things, and then after you get to understand how like the buildings work together, like the roofs and everything, then I'd say you are on a great step forward to having your own personal individual builds, whatever you want to call it, just tailored specifically to you with your tastes. But anyway, thanks for joining me today. Bye.